Hello, and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us for Friday Night Fights, where we are live watching AEW Rampage.
Yes. Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing?
Man, they're starting it off with match of the night, huh?
My TV's not quite there yet. I'm still having the Rampage introduction, so.
I am just okay. We're getting there now for me.
So welcome everyone for joining us. We know you got a lot of choices for your watch along, so thanks for joining Workhorse Wrestling Network. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Please hit that thumbs up button. We are watching Rampage. Oh yeah, here we go. Takeshita and Moxley. I can't lie. I'll, when I was looking for the match card, I accidentally saw the spoilers, so
Ooh.
I already know who won this match, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I think we all know who's winning this match, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, even before that, I probably would have assumed. And I'm buffering, which means I'm going to be way behind. Please, if you're watching live, post a comment in the chats. We'd love to interact with you. Post your messages on the screen.
Pretty good match so far between the two.
Yeah,
They consistently have bangers.
my bootleg Peruvian, whatever this is, won't keeps buffering. So I get like half a move and then the 3 dots, and then half a move and 3 dots.
I'm not gonna be the only one behind. Yay! Takesha is. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, I'd never even heard of the guy before this year.
One of my big considerations of breakout star of the year, for sure.
Yeah. And thinking about it, he should have been on the list for sure. Or, he should have been on my list.
Going back to what I told you, ALW on Under the Radar, which will be live this weekend. I mean, will premiere this weekend or whatever. I think much like Speedball My Baby, 2023 is going to be that breakout year. Like, this is the setup. Like, next year, it's their years.
Well, might as well plug it. Tell everybody at the time if they don't already know.
Oh, for Under the Radar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's Pacific Standard Time.
Eastern.
That's right, 2 p.m. Eastern.
I had to. It was right there.
1 p.m. 1 p.m. Sammy time. We always forget to include Sammy's time.
It's cool. I can work off Eastern.
So yeah, please check it out. It's not live, but post your comments below. We'll read them all. Let us know what you think about the show.
Ooh.
I got Moxley biting Takeshita.
Mox is giving Takeshita respect right now. Oh, then he bitch slapped him. Never mind.
Ooh.
Oh.
He was just biting them in the corner on the turnbuckle.
Y'all good? Y'all good?
Damn. Come on, Takeshita. You can take it.
I really think if Tony Khan wants Rampage to be better, it needs to be live.
I don't know if they can do that. Maybe have more matches kind of like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Hater.
There is a good number that's not going to watch anything that isn't live. They're just going to read the results online instead.
And the reality is that
I still watch it.
And I do too, but it does take a little bit out of it when you know. I mean, I normally don't know. I normally do a really good job of being able to avoid spoilers, but this one time I didn't. This week I was unable to. It was by accident. So
I don't. I read them, and I will be quite honest. I read them because I'm like, okay, I'm not too amped up for Rampage. Makes me amped up. Like, wait, how does that happen? Who did what? Huh? When I see it, then I'm like, holy shit, Tony Khan, you might not be such a total, fiend.
I gotta be surprised. Like I will still watch it. Like the whole Sting debut.
Man, I wish my town had a Popeyes.
I'll watch it if I like the spoiler outcome. If I don't, I won't watch it. Like if I read it and it tells me a little bit about it, and the person I didn't want to win wins or whatever, I won't watch it then.
What about a KFC?
We got KFC.
What about churches?
We ain't got churches.
Man, we had a churches and now we don't no more.
So all you got is KFC?
I mean, I live in a town in Missouri. Like Popeyes and churches exist here. It's just I don't have any in my town.
Like what? Like 30 minutes out, an hour out?
Probably
far enough they don't
90.
deliver.
Like I'll tell you, Popeyes is worth an hour out. Popeyes is worth an hour out.
90 minutes there, 90 minutes back. I don't know if that's worth.
Popeyes is not worth that much. But
yeah, I don't think Popeyes. Churches
even have the option besides KFC.
That's Star-White chicken.
We also got Lee's chicken.
I've heard about them.
Lee's.
Oh,
Moxley's bleeding, as usual.
Personally, I like the gizzards.
I'm not a gizzards fan.
Oh.
Fried gizzards is good. Fried gizzards.
I'm not a gizzards fan. I never really got into them.
Oh, he kicked out the pile driver.
Now, when I used to eat pork rinds, oh yeah, all day, every day. Catch me with salt and vinegar pork rinds mixed with the hot ones and make a little mix. Whoo, and some popcorn. Couldn't tell me shit. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
What's up, Hassan? Thanks for joining us, as always.
AEW is built on Jon Moxley's blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Literally. More blood than sweat, but literally.
Being
right?
real, what would have happened if he had re-signed with WWE? Like,
I don't
know. Okay.
I can tell you he wouldn't have been the Horsey Award winner for Best Wrestler in the World. I mean, he could have been, but I doubt it. I mean, I don't think so.
He wouldn't have been. Vince didn't see it in him.
I mean, he had the talent, obviously, because he's doing it now, but in WWE, he wasn't given that freedom to do that or that. Yeah.
I don't think it would have been as bad. Like, I don't think he would have been, like, demoted to Dolph Ziggler level, in my opinion. But would he be, like, the top dude? That's kind of hard. That is kind of hard to say. But,
yeah, looking at the landscape of WWE, I don't even know where he would fit in at the moment. Like,
I would imagine.
Roman, I mean,
SmackDown, definitely. SmackDown.
I would imagine WWE would have released him in 2020.
You think? Well,
I think they would have.
Well, Bray Wyatt got released, so I really can't argue with that.
He asked to be released. Bray did ask to be released, though.
Release Bray Wyatt. You know what? Let's fast forward.
Right?
He asked for it. Y'all don't remember that? Like the rumors coming out, like he asked for it. Because let's be quite honest, what were they doing with his character?
Wait.
I think I had already deleted my Twitter at that time.
Yeah. They just ended the Fiend character, right?
They didn't do anything with the Fiend character, like.
Well, Randy Orton burned him in the ring, right? And then
he still came back to life.
That's true.
Okay, wow. Wait till you see what's about to happen.
Wait, you getting kind of frisky there.
Hold up, I'm not there yet.
Oh, there's Santa Claus.
Oh, I mean, I guess I'm not totally sure what Sammy's talking about, but Brainbuster by Takeshita?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These lariats are hitting hard.
So I just got him on the lariat. Did I miss it?
Which lariat?
I think you guys are a little behind, maybe.
He's bloody.
There's so many that have happened.
Oh. All right, they're on the top rope, and the fans are chanting, "This is awesome."
They're not on the top rope for me yet. I love how we're all in different points in this show.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
The Brainbuster?
Brainbuster.
Yeah.
Oh,
how did you kick out of that?
Right? Now they're both on the top rope. It looks like Takeshita is about to do something insane.
I'm on the top rope. I'm on the top rope.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh.
That you should be able to kick out of that.
Wait. Oh. Don't fall.
What
is wrong with you people?
Wow. Whoa. That looked kind of awkward for a second. Oh.
Come on, Takeshita.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
this has been a really good match.
Oh,
man. Not that I didn't think it would be, but. Oh!
Damn, not his pretty face.
That was 3, damn it. I mean, that was like 2 and 9. Fuck.
I'm on the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Oh.
You can't get any more. There was 3 counts than that one was. God
damn.
Ooh.
Oh my God. I swear it hit the mat.
That was a 3.
Right? The ref's hand hit the mat, right? That's what I'm saying.
Was a 3.
On the replay.
Takeshita full on sicko mode right now. Like
it was a swipe.
Ooh.
Like his hand just grazed the mat.
Right?
Takeshita is every Takeshita match is his best match in AEW, but this might be his best match in AEW.
Right?
After this, I need Takeshita to have a storyline.
Is there any surprise though that his best match in AEW is going to be against Jon Moxley?
I mean, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
He's half Japanese now. So.
Ooh.
I can't remember the last time Moxley had a bad match.
Y'all remember when we said when he was in WWE?
Everybody's on their feet.
Y'all remember when we said he was going to take a break? Yeah, y'all remember that?
This is his break.
So he's not, the belt's not on his shoulder. So after, Rampage, after the Wednesday's over, he gets to go home and not do nothing. I think that's the break.
Yeah.
He got a kid. He got a psycho kid, according to him.
Matches like this make me miss the idea of matches going on for 5 hours.
Well, Speedball, my baby, and
Josh Alexander from last night's Impact.
An hour.
And like we were talking about on Under the Radar, not your typical regular 90-minute match or 60-minute match. Like there was no rest holds and no 5-minute long let's stare at each other from the opposite sides of the ring and look. You know what I mean? Now these guys got it in for 60 minutes. It was nonstop.
Come on, Takeshita! Oh, Takeshita!
God damn.
Shit.
Holy shit. Okay.
Takeshita is so going to be a player next year.
Oh.
Ref, I think you need to stop the match.
Uh-oh.
He's not fighting back, Ref.
Oh, he's fighting back. He's getting up.
How the fuck is he able to do that?
Moxley, what's he doing?
Food for thought.
Here comes the choke.
If they don't break up, Takeshita in the BCC.
They gotta have somebody. Oh,
right.
They gotta have somebody to face and.
No.
Like, let's go. Let put him in the Blackpool dungeon. Come on.
Oh, these
the Blackpool dungeon.
Damn. Okay, that's really.
It's over. It's over, Ref.
Yeah, this is a Christmassy pin.
Do the arm thing. What's he doing?
Do the arm thing.
It shouldn't
right? Why hasn't he picked it up and
Yep.
There it is. Yep. That's the end. Yeah, he didn't do the whole pick up the arm and let it drop and pick up the arm and let it drop.
Well, Takeshita was fighting out before he could.
On the third fall, it's got to stop right below the mat and then shake, and he's got to get all.
Come on now.
Here we go. Cowboy shit.
I think they really should have promoted this on Dynamite though. He was going to do this on Rampage. I know they want the whole shock factor, but yeah.
Yeah.
Rampage needs the views. You just say this before it comes on.
No doubt. This motherfucker has fringe on his jeans. Is that what I'm seeing? What the fuck is the white on the side of his jeans?
Oh.
Huh?
I'm surprised you've never noticed it before.
If he wants to wear fringe on his jeans, damn it, let that Virginian wear his fringy jeans.
Oh, okay. This is a little bit of a heel move, Handmaid. You see he's bleeding out his freaking ears.
It's his forehead and it's Mox. When is he not bleeding?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's not many times that Hangman could catch him when he's not bleeding. But yeah, no, it is a little heelish for sure.
It's like
I told y'all.
Yes, get him. Put him in the back.
Oh. Yeah, those pants are terrible.
Look, don't talk about the Virginian.
How do y'all feel about Kenny Omega being world champion again?
No,
not right now.
Wow.
Not right now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm in for MJF's reign at the moment. I mean, I'm not really interested to talk about anybody else at the moment.
Not even that either.
But at some point, sure.
Kenny's reign was. It could have been better. So.
I mean, it's the best championship run we've had in AEW.
Oh.
It's been 3 years. And are you saying it's better than Mox in Pandemic?
Only because of the last match that he had with Hangman Page. That's what put it over for me. Before that moment, I had Mox. Before then, I had Mox's championship run as my favorite. With that last match, I was like, all right, that just eked out.
You can't, no, for one match. No, boo-boo, no.
No, it's his entire run, which also included a lot of Impact.
The one match with Impact, the one match where he lost the belt, and that was basically it.
I mean, they're about equal for me. It was that last match that just eked it over.
It's one of those weird things where, like, you know, you think, like, the best wrestlers in the world, the John Moxleys, the Kenny Omegas, they should be champions. And at the same time, like, I don't necessarily want to just see them recycled one after the other. Or, I mean, John's already been champion now 3 times. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need Omega to be champion 9 and 10 times. It doesn't have to be WWE. Like, and at the same time, I'm not sure, you know, how you keep those main event guys away from the title like that. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you do it with good booking, but we don't know if Tony Khan can do that or not.
there definitely needs to be a story of Kenny Omega, but back to Moxley's reign, like him and Eddie Kingston, baby, like that was made Moxley.
Him and MJF, him and Brody Lee.
Like that's what no.
It was a good run.
But him and Eddie though, that would put it way above it for me than Kenny's. No offense.
Him and Brian Cage was but yeah.
It was a nice starter up match. It was nice for Brian Cage. Like, all right, this is his first time in it. Let's put in the deep pool, and that was it.
For me personally, although I think Kenny Omega is a really good promo, there's something about John Moxley's personality and promo style that always gets me more excited for his matches. More than Omega does.
Kenny.
Yeah, more than Omega does.
Yeah.
And so, as a general rule, I tend to be more excited and more hyped for Moxley matches than I am for Omega matches. Like, I get excited because I know Omega's good and he's going to wrestle somebody really good, and that's going to be amazing. But like Moxley himself, like there are times I want to run through a fucking wall after listening to this. You know what I mean? Like fuck.
Moxley is very, very real. He's like somebody that you meet on the street and talk to. He's somebody that him and Eddie both. I always tell folks to go back, and as hard as it is, look at the memorial episode for Brody Lee and watch the entirety of Eddie's speech for Brody Lee. Yes, it is heart-wrenching, but it reminds you of like what you're here to do. Kenny Omega comes off as the I'm cocky as fuck. I know I'm gonna have a banger match. I'll make you look good because I look good. You ain't shit type person.
And with Kenny Omega's reign, it was like he was the belt collector, right? I don't think they did enough to lean into that. Like him and Impact. I'm like, where were the Impact people on AEW? Where were the Japan people on? Well, like Japan, I can give a pass for because it was pandemic hit 5 people in. But as a belt collector, I needed to see more of that in his reign. If that's going to be his, tagline.
Rich, do we blame Tony for that? Do we blame Impact for that? I don't know.
I probably a multitude of factors.
I think TK though, because like you said, like it was that pandemic. I'm still on.
I mean, the biggest crossover was Tony being on Impact, just being there like week after week.
Like in the era where you needed more females and you had a Royal Rumble, we didn't see Mickie James on AEW. We didn't see Jordan Grace on AEW. We didn't see darn near nobody from Impact on AEW.
Tony Khan has more TV time for Impact Wrestling than he does for AEW.
Yep.
Oh Lord, what is this fool doing?
Stokely in a parking garage.
So yeah, just to be clear, if we're saying favorite champion in the history of AEW, I would say Mox. Just to be clear on that.
As long as you're honest.
All opinions are welcomed here. They might be judged, but they are welcome.
Butcher and the Blade. Push the Butcher.
Might be
the Butcher.
It's the bunny. That's right. You're right. It's the bunny.
I'm so disappointed.
You like the bunny?
No, I like the bunny.
He sounds so disappointed.
Well, it's not the Butcher and the Blade.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was Butcher and Blade too. I get that.
Have they stated who is Orange Cassidy's opponent?
No,
no, and wait for it.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Nope.
Don't tell me either. I don't know either.
We won't say nothing.
But
that's the reason I looked up the spoilers. I can't say it's not Sasha Banks though. That's who I was hoping for.
Like when it comes to Rampage, a special person, my expectations aren't, like, oh my God, Miro. My mind won't go there. Even though people wanted to, like, look at the Sasha Banks thing. I'm like, people, let's not hype up Britt Baker's partner like that. Like, no offense, but let's bring it down. Let's bring it down just a little bit. Y'all have done this time and time again where y'all lifted it up, and it was like baby boy, baby girls. There's no reason why it was up here.
They've had a few that big announcements that have been worth it, and then they've had a few that definitely were not. Like,
right?
Danielson and Punk, those guys were definitely worth all the hoopla. But then they've had some that were like, whoa.
Like it. And even Adam Cole's surprise was like, all right, okay.
Right.
I think the worst one we all had and not worse because of the person, but because of the build, Christian Cage. It was like people were just throwing Brock Lesnar name and Kurt Angle's name.
Right. That was people's own wants and needs. If you paid attention to what he said, it was very clearly Christian. Charisma is better than all the rest of these hoes.
Why are y'all fixing y'all mouth to be hyped up like this?
Nowhere in my brain did I ever think it was going to be Christian, but when he came out, I was not disappointed being a Christian fan. I was happy. So.
Yeah. Oh, I figured.
In fact, I was way happier than if it had been fucking Brock Lesnar or someone fucking stupid like that. So I mean, I was happy that it was Christian.
I thought that people were just being so ridiculous, naming all these names, and it's like, it's not going to be any of them.
Or the tournament they had, I want to say the Owen Hart tournament, and they saw Johnny, and their mind went. Honestly, my mind didn't go to Johnny Gargano. I thought, oh, John Morrison, and maybe because I'm old like that, my mind didn't go to Johnny Gargano.
No, I thought John Morrison too. Honestly,
like what
I mean, it's just it's John Morrison. When there's a spot and the name is John, it's probably going to be Johnny Morrison.
Speaking of John Morrison, and I forgot to mention it under the radar, but he is coming back here. He's going to be in MLW. Johnny Fusion. Him and Taya are both going to be in MLW together.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, what?
I don't know about Fusion.
Oh, Fusion? Yeah, that's not really the best.
I think Major would have been better.
Yeah. Johnny Major.
Better than Johnny Fusion. If you
Johnny League.
I think he might have the most last names out of anybody I've ever heard of.
No doubt.
I mean, Johnny Wrestling would sound the best, but that name's already taken.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, technically, if they don't have a trademark on it, it's fair game.
Until you get the paperwork done.
Or he could just be Johnny Worldwide.
Johnny Worldwide. Johnny every promotion.
Johnny insert last name.
Right?
See the categories.
I do love that it's always just Johnny in some amalgamation of where he's wrestling at the moment. Like
Johnny Mexico.
Right?
Johnny Impact. Okay, bye.
How is the cat like the most over
right
now on the screen?
The most what?
The most over being on the screen. Like we're all like, oh, except for you because you're used to it. It's like, oh, look at the Chucky kitty.
Right?
The meow was so precious. Oh,
everything stops and the cat comes on screen.
You want a treat? Oh, you want a treat?
Oh my god! See, you right there. You would be horrible with babies. Oh,
me?
Oh, you want all this sugar? No. Somebody over there.
I wouldn't put the sugar in the milk. I wouldn't do that. Who would do that? That's a lie.
How many times have you put sugar in the milk?
Now, see, I have like my relatives are like, it's other people's babies, and then your relatives who you live with. I need them to go to bed. So no, ain't gonna be no sugar in the milk for my.
Who put sugar in milk? I've never heard of that. Never in my fucking life have I heard of that. What are we talking about? Sugar in milk?
They go right to sleep, according to the old folks.
What?
I didn't use formula, so I don't know
nothing about that. I never put no sugar in my milk.
My kids don't drink cow's milk, so.
Well, my kids don't get to sleep. I just beat them until they go to sleep.
Wait a minute.
Network does not know child abuse. We are not down with that.
We.
I'm just kidding. I love children.
See, okay. Moving on.
What did Bernie Mac say? When they turn one, you can punch them in the throat or the stomach.
Are we staying off the rails? Because I can start talking too.
No, we're staying on the rails.
Okay.
I think there's a Blue Chew commercial. Omaha Steaks. That kid.
Oh my gosh.
I got a Lume Deo. I don't even know what the fuck. Whole body deodorant. All right, now it's back.
I'm back now.
What the hell is whole body deodorant? You actually rub it all over your whole body?
The Lumi stuff.
If you sweat from your folds of your the back of your leg.
Yeah.
Hey, I work with a dude.
Be nice.
Why did that work?
Some people just sweat a lot.
I do too, but
dude, I work with me like an onion. I was
trying to be nice.
No offense, But it's like, it's a dude. You don't want to have this conversation. But it's like, baby boy, are you using Dove soap? Are you using Axe body spray? Is it like a all natural thing? Like, I just need to know.
I was a manager at a paint store, and I was the warehouse manager, and we had a guy that I had to go have a conversation with because customers complained about him smelling. They were like, you got to have a conversation with him. So I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, well, I use natural. Well, you got to use something else because it's not working, bro. I'm sorry.
Scientists made ammonium in deodorant for a reason. No offense.
Yeah, no.
I get the whole naturalness, but sometimes you need some science under that phone.
If you're gonna do that, then you gotta make sure that you detox from it, and you probably should not be eating like meat, or else that funk is gonna come through.
And no broccoli either.
And no broccoli either.
No, but like beef and pork. Like if you ever come across someone who does not eat beef or pork, they have like a different smell. I don't know how to say it. Not
good smell or bad smell?
A better smell.
Better smell.
To me, people who eat like beef and pork, they smell like meaty, and not in a good way. Like not in a grill, not like a grill type way, but like a barbecue way.
Like, the meat ain't spoiled; it just been out.
It's the meat that your mama told you to thaw, but you didn't thaw. So then you run it under the hot water and then you put it in the microwave, and that smells.
You saying that the meat
in the microwave?
No,
to defrost it. Okay. I was
you ain't have Black Southern mother who told you the unthaw the chicken, and you thought you did, but you didn't. And so you had to run it under hot water real quick, and then you had to pop it in the microwave real quick, or else that was gonna be your ass, and it was your ass.
Oh yeah, no, I generally use it to defrost. I thought you were saying to cook the whole thing.
No.
I'm like, damn.
No.
You saying the meat sweats smell like meat?
They smell like how Braun Strowman looks.
Oh, here we go. You
just had to ask, Sammy. You just had to ask.
You just went all in on that guy.
Big meaty men slapping meat, but I don't know how big meaty men slapping meat smells. But I know somebody who looks like Braun Strowman, and he's funky as fuck. So I just
like I'll say like him and Brody Lee, sorry. That whole tank top thing and a little sweat in the middle, I'm like, okay.
So I could tell that was not real and that was staged. Because my mother would do shit like that to make us think that we had not cleaned the area, and it was just like some strategically placed tea. I knew what that was.
I know. I remember thinking the same thing though. Like, damn, he's nasty. Like, just sweat everywhere. Just man.
He looked clean. He looked like he washed his legs. So I just assumed, and he looked like he took a shower every day. So like I just assumed that was like real.
Like if I'm wrestling him, I need visual confirmation. Like I don't need to see you wash. I just need to see you go into the showers.
And I didn't see anybody complain about his body odor like they complained about what's his face? Andre the Giant, who was taking shit on people.
That man, like again, them stories, I need them not to be true because I would say it takes one. It takes one attempt and I'm out.
I would have been up beat his fat.
Was it
that was it.
Was it Sergeant Slaughter that ran for his life and just left the entire arena, hopped into his car and drove away before Andre could catch up to him?
I think it was, yeah.
I mean, you ain't gotta run.
So, real quick about Rampage, since that's what we're watching here. This is why Rampage still is not great, because they put on, this is like a dark match or a dark elevation match. I mean, it's two lower tier guys against two guys we've never even seen or heard of. Like, what are we doing here?
Like I am glad Lee Moriarty is getting time, but like you said,
Right.
their opponents is who?
Who?
Like, did
And-
somebody else cancel and you just got the two guys from nowhere?
I don't know, man.
Are they local? Are they local talent?
Like,
and maybe they're going to push Morrissey, but I feel bad for Lee Moriarty being stuck.
No. Big Deal. That's his name.
big deal.
Big
Deal.
Deal.
That.
Double B.
Because,
Deal.
like, I remember Tony putting Sky Blue on Rampage when they were here in the Midwest.
Oh, in exchange for somebody? Yeah. Or when Willow was against Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford couldn't make it, so they had a baddie. Like, okay, that's a decent swap.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win all the boots, man.
Why after the interview with Dax and Sean Ross Sapp do I have a little bit less respect for Dax when he said he's such good friends with CM Punk? Like, he's like, we talk every day. I was like, oh, hell no. And I really like Dax. Like, fuck, what are we doing?
Like, okay, like, we knew they were friends, based on the matches they had on
Right, sure,
AEW.
of course.
So
I didn't know they were best friends.
the best friend thing is like, oh, I thought y'all was I thought y'all was just cool with each other. Y'all really best friends?
Right? Like,
Phil doesn't have best friends.
FTR and the Briscoes double dog collar match tomorrow, though?
Double dog collar match. I double
Final
dog
battle?
dare you.
That's going to be insane.
I'm going to just say it like this.
What the hell?
All he wants to, but the fact that they got over the way they did came from
Dana, you crazy.
being real.
I'll watch it.
Yes.
Shit. I'll watch it. Fuck.
I'll watch it. I've watched it on YouTube before. Shit is hysterical.
What in the old school hood street slap box is this?
It's just a slap fight. It's just pure slap fight. I'm in for it. If there was ever something I could compete in, this might be the one thing.
What in the slap box? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you should check it out on YouTube. These dudes hit each other hard.
I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know. Now, why are you playing? Because when I think it was Dan Garcia versus Darby, they were doing it, and I was in love with it. So I'm like, it's like.
So now Dana White brings in like Minoru Suzuki or Ishii to fucking slap somebody. Like, then I'm waiting for it. Like,
stop, because my mind
an Eddie Kingston,
Walter.
Right there, you go.
If you can get Walter up in here, I'm like. Man. Yo, not get me involved in this. Yo, not get me hyped. It's still my hard show.
It concerns me though. A lot of head trauma. Like, all the trauma is always head.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
Oh, like, it depends on where you like. I got slapped over here. And it was like, it was like again, residual pain. It was like it was fine. Like 2 minutes later, I'm like, what the hell, man? Is my tooth okay? I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
You let somebody touch your face?
Not without repercussions, I hope.
I don't know. I just feel you get slapped enough times. One of them slaps.
The law says that I only gotta let you hit me one time for it to be classified as self-defense. But if you hit me, if you coming in my face, fuck that shit.
We were okay. So number 1, we were playing. Number 2, she was pregnant. Number 3 was.
What they say pregnant?
It's like, I get it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But she was playing. I thought she was playing like, you ain't gonna slap me. You gonna slap me back. I'm like, what the? And like I said, came back. It was fine. The 2 minutes that she left, I'm like, This heifer really slapped me, and this hurt like hell.
CM said, I don't care if she's pregnant. I'm still whooping that ass.
I was about to fight pregnant, so but to be fair, it was a deserved ass whooping. How you press the stop button on a heavily pregnant. So I was on the escalator. Somebody pressed the stop button as I'm on the escalator going down. All I am is belly. Like the belly is like the size of everybody's heads. And you clearly see I'm pregnant. And they do and laugh.
Oh yeah.
So I was finna go do what I had to do because
no doubt.
It's me and my baby versus you. And
it's me and my baby. No doubt.
Because really, like, I get, she's pregnant, it's precious. It's still my body. You can't be touching me like, I don't know you like that. You be touching my belly like that.
Oh, no, I told anybody that wanted to touch me that if you touch me and I don't want you to touch me, I'll cut you. So nobody touch me without my permission.
Ooh, all right, y'all listening? Kip's about to announce who his handpicked opponent is.
Why is Chucky looking like fucking security?
God damn it.
Just say who it is, eyeliner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody from across the pond.
CM can't help herself. She wants to say it so bad.
No, that's what he's saying.
I'm just saying.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Fucking Danhausen.
Danhausen is so dumb.
Y'all need to stop bothering Mark Henry.
Right? Ooh. Here we go.
That was so good.
Willow versus Trish Adora on the 0 Hour.
All right.
Oh shit. Kingdom versus Top Flight on the Dark Hour or 0 Hour.
I love Trish Adora.
I do too.
Y'all really couldn't done a lot on down okay.
Damn, there's 4 matches on the 0 Hour.
Like no offense, but either get Ring of Honor a deal or put it to the side because like you just like that was like 4 matches that could have promoted.
Wait, that's Jeff Cobb?
Yeah, it said Jeff Cobb. Yeah. Yep.
So they've added a lot of matches to this.
Like Top Flight versus them dudes. That'd be a good freaking match.
Dalton Castle and the Boys versus the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage.
Golly, when did all these? Okay, so we watch across all of us. We all watch all the AEW stuff. Where the fuck did this shit come from?
Mercedes versus Athena. Yeah, no, they haven't announced them like that. No.
I can't even say
Blake Christian and AR Fox versus who? And Roosh? Drew Callisto? Hey, Shane Taylor Promotions versus Swerve in Our Glory.
See, this should be on Dynamite.
Yeah, Final Battle's going to be insane tomorrow.
Baby Mariah Carey just gonna have to be mad at me.
I assume you call her that because she's a diva?
No, she really loves Christmas.
Okay.
Like, Feliz Navidad all year round.
Come on, right?
That's me. Halloween. I'm like that too.
No, like from the time she wakes up January 1st until the time she goes to sleep December 31st, it's Christmas.
That's kind of how I am. The theme of my phone is Christmas all year round. I listen to Christmas music all year round.
God, man.
You know,
I'll be listening to Christmas music in June. People are like, what the fuck are you doing? What is perfect time for a Christmas carol? What's wrong?
Christmas in July is kind of a thing.
I have to have a Christmas tree year round.
Really? Yeah, I don't have a Christmas tree year round, but I would if the people in my family would let me.
And it has to be a live one. So Baby Mariah Carey.
Yep.
I don't do none of that.
I don't want to.
I don't do the year-round thing, but we hang the tree up on probably December 4th or the 23rd, so we keep it up basically until March. Or
I might be the one dude in the world who is buying the fruitcake supply.
My mother-in-law likes fruitcakes. I've had one, but I was intoxicated, so I don't quite remember if it was the fruitcake that was disgusting or the liquor, or the fact that I soaked the fruitcake in the liquor.
I've had good
That's how you
fruitcake
do
and
it.
bad fruitcake. They can be made really good. It can also
What
be
is a
really, really
proper-
bad.
What is
You
what
have
does
it
taste
have it with
like?
eggnog.
I've never had eggnog.
Oh wow.
Me neither. I mean, like not.
It
Like,
feels to drink a weird white liquid.
Do you guys drink milk?
Not
I've
anymore.
had an eggnog milkshake, but not
Mhm.
eggnog straight up.
It's very similar. It's very similar to drinking like whole milk,
Well,
but with a little bit of a
Oh,
sweet
shit.
tank to it.
Wait, I'm not there yet.
Yep. Don't say it,
right
Sammy.
now on my TV, I have Kit introducing.
Y'all about to freak out.
What? Wait.
Yeah, put some rum in the eggnog.
Wouldn't
see
that
it yet,
ever
Anika?
be-
I see it.
You see it? Didn't
Should
expect
know who
that.
it
Huh? I don't think anybody expected it to be Trent Seven.
I did not. I really thought he was going to WWE.
I didn't know what he was doing. I honestly, I kind of had forgotten about him. Not like forgotten about him, but out of sight, out of mind. Just like I hadn't, like.
NXT UK.
Yeah.
He was on NXT UK. Then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fired him, and I
No.
thought
I mean, I
he was
watched him a lot on
coming to
NXT UK, but then when he got fired, and I just didn't know what
I
happened.
thought he was coming to NXT or WWE. But the fact that they have Pete Dunne's trainer and what's his face, the other one, the one that was engaged to Tony Storm and they got caught cheating.
Juicy Love. Tyler Bate.
Yeah, like to me, he was always second best to Pete because I maintain Pete Dunne is William Regal's illegitimate son. You can't tell me otherwise.
Was he a part of Mustache Mountain?
Yes, he was the mustache.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that was a fun time on Twitter because when he came out, all the girls were like,
Hey, here we go.
it was funny as shit.
Do the mustache. He doesn't seem to be rocking the mustache right now, though.
Oh, that is straight up beard.
Yeah, he's got the beard, but the mustache doesn't look like the ends are all out like they were. Oh.
Like no one had a hot comb in the back to kind of curl up the ends up.
I guess I have to remind myself that people that didn't really watch NXT UK might not be overly familiar with
NXT UK was the best fucking parts of WWE after they cut off the good NXT.
I agree.
Honestly, I like you saw my delayed reaction. It took a minute. Like
it didn't even dawn on me that it wouldn't register right away and be a big deal. But
Trent Seven, and honestly, until I saw the back of his robe mustache. Oh,
yeah.
what's up, Mountain? Oh, they were in NXT real quick. Like,
I like Trent Seven.
I really am hoping that the NXT Europe they actually will redo that because you kind of like you saw like it felt like Shawn Michaels was trying to get everybody over at NXT until it like come until it come it's going it's overboard. It's
Can y'all see this?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me figure out how I'm gonna do this.
This ship is sinking. Get over here before you want to live.
If it's a video or a background, you can upload it to StreamYard and actually put it on the screen.
I don't want to actually do that because I feel like that might get us flagged.
Well, just put yourself up on the screen alone with the phone.
When I say wrestling is homoerotic, this is what I mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. 100%. I don't think anybody's in debate with that. Like,
I saw an actual debate about it.
And I swear the best reference I ever saw or I've ever heard was Cresta Star's reference about it being drag race for straight guys or for straight people. I mean, that's the best analogy I've ever heard.
I don't like RuPaul Drag Race. I watched season 1 and I don't like it anymore.
What is going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
Oh,
so much.
Well, Orange Cassidy was approaching Penelope. Penelope ran up the ramp. I guess she brought the blade in.
Right,
the Butcher.
she brought Butcher and the blade out, but why? To
But
take out best friends.
Look, everybody's got beef on Rampage. That's
right
on Rampage.
Hey, if this is like a full-on faction, if that's like what's happening here, like I'm cool with that.
But they're still a part of the whatever freaking office people.
Oh, because she's the Bunny's tag team partner. That makes sense. No, are they? Are they?
I think
Well, they don't have a tag division, but they are tag partners. So.
Yes, they have wrestled together as a tag team, and
Often.
they've been coming out. They've been coming out for a while together.
Yes, they have for singles matches.
Yes.
I want Penelope to feud with Rosemary over custody of the bunny.
Man, Rosemary versus the bunny. Well, Allie, that was premium stuff on Impact. It really was. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Can we talk about how much better she is as the bunny? Like as Allie, I really couldn't stand her as the bunny. She's fucking amazing.
She had the high voice, and she used to be an intern, and she was secretary.
I like her as Allie.
And it was gonna be good, and she was getting better every match.
She plays crazy well. I agree with you. She plays crazy well.
I find it really interesting when someone is what I consider subpar at something, but then when they do something else, they're like excellent at it. It's interesting to me to see that, to be like what I thought was pretty bad as Allie, and then be really, really good as the bunny. Like,
well, because I think as Allie, she was more so playing towards herself. Because if you watch her streams or you watch her vlog, she's very sweet, she's very bubbly, she's very entertaining. But as the bunny, like she had to kind of turn that off and turn into like this dark and brooding person.
No,
but some of the best wrestlers are like that though, where like they can play the best villain, the best heel, and then once they're backstage, they're just the nicest person you've ever met.
It honestly,
like you hear that all the time.
It was insane. The Evil series on Peacock, and they got to Randy Orton, and he showed how he got into character like right on screen, where he was pumping up. And he fixed his face, and it was like, wait, hold up, bro, are you okay? It really was like him doing it in real time was like, oh okay.
Fuck Randy Orton.
Let you have a minute.
With his own penis.
Then you talk about saying things that are off the hook, and then you say that.
To anyone who knows me, I used to stand Randall Keith Orton, like stand almost to the point I almost stand him as much as I stand Jeff Hardy, and then he did that bullshit. Fuck him and his wife.
Okay, Sarah. But no. I think like when they're training their wrestlers, and you kind of see it in NXT, character development should be a major class. Like that should be like the one at 8:00 in the morning. Because you don't have a character, it's gonna be a long road ahead of you.
Well, the thing is that it was such a detriment to them because whatever character they would have in NXT, they would have to drop immediately once they went onto the main roster.
Well, there is that too, yeah.
Now, okay. I'll say this: Alexa Bliss, her character improved when she got to the main roster. Like when she that whole Disney witch thing that she was doing at NXT, where she would come out in these big behind dresses. It was like, what? Why not let her do this? This is not good.
Well, her character started to change at first when she was with Murphy and Lee.
Okay.
And they were all three kind of not known. They came together and they became one of the best factions in NXT. But Sammy is so right. Like the Ascension, perfect examples. The Ascension, you would never know how dominant they were in NXT and how good they were in NXT and FCW if you didn't watch it.
Yeah. And their time on the main roster was a joke.
Looking at what they did to Naomi. Oh. Like they don't mention she was the first women's FCW champion.
Did Orange Cassidy push Kip Sabian in front of Trent Seven? It almost looked like Orange Cassidy pushed him.
Looked like a gnarly hit too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, well, Trent Seven's pretty big to be doing a tope suicida like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Naomi Funk is on the roll. I did enjoy that. I'm not even gonna lie.
She legit was the first women's FCW champion, and they make no mention of that.
They should definitely do that.
They made a mention of AJ Lee's.
Oh.
You know why we will digress.
I know it's not going to happen, but how amazing would it be to see an upset here?
I kind of want it to happen, but oh.
I mean, there's no way they're going to take the belt off of Orange Cassidy and put it on a guy that's in his first match in AEW. That nobody really even.
Is he signing to AEW?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea.
I'm thoroughly happy that the crowd is not like me. I'm thoroughly happy that they're like, okay, cool. Oh, okay, I get him now. Okay, I know. I remember that move. Okay.
Well, it's wrestling nerds right now, so.
Right.
You know what I would love?
Okay.
So the Sasha and Kyrie match that they're going to be doing for
maybe.
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom, maybe.
I would love it if they could get Mio to come in and be the ref.
Why you say like? Whoa! Why you say that? Not you, Sammy. Why you say I don't want that?
I didn't say I didn't want that.
I didn't say I want. I didn't say I don't want that either.
I thought you said, "Oh, I don't want that."
Me?
No, not you, contrarian.
Well, you ain't saying who you thought said it. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
It sounded like it to me.
Oh no. Sammy, no, you said maybe. I'm saying, when you said maybe, I'm like, if she comes to Wrestle Kingdom and don't have a match, come on now, people. Like it ain't like she hurt. And January is after the whole non-wrestle clause thing is up. If she don't have a match at Wrestle Kingdom,
do y'all really think that she?
Well, like when she took her first hiatus and she went to Japan, she said she loved it. And so, I think if they would have given her more matches like that, she wouldn't have been gassed out. You know, like when she said she went to Japan and loved it, I'm like, oh, okay, so bad. When she come back, it should be her versus Kyrie. It should be her versus Asuka. It should be her versus Io. So
also a lot of the girls there are more her size too. Easier to work with.
I want it. I think it'd be good, but I just don't know if she would live.
They're also pretty technical too, so she would be able to get around with doing more maneuvers that she probably wouldn't be able to get away with.
Are you sure there's not going to be an upset?
Yes,
that's very true, Hassan. Pre-0 hour, we have an AEW Dark special.
Is it really?
Yeah, pre-0 hour.
Okay. What? All right.
So
against
10 a.m. for you, ALW?
I'm not doing that.
They said
I'll be here at noon for 0 hour.
Wait, when does deadline happen?
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're being petty.
No.
5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
They're not letting the Young Bucks book the time for the stuff, so they're not going to be petty.
What is Penelope doing to the ref?
Whatever she wants.
It's like a reverse Rhea Ripley situation.
Ooh.
Dude, you are not that weak. Get the girl off of you.
Bryce Remsburg doesn't like to hit women. Or see
Orange Cassidy's chest is so red.
Yeah, because Trent Seven smacked the pure tea shit out of it.
Right? Oh, what the fuck? Dustin Rhodes is coming to rescue Orange Cassidy?
I don't. Are they still in Texas? That's probably why.
Yep, deep in the heart of Texas.
This is after Dynamite? Yeah, okay.
Are you getting bitched out by Kip Sabian? See that English show, man.
You know, I'm not sure about the injury exactly, but if Sriracha came back, y'all think Mio might be able to come back too?
I would love to see it.
Anything's possible.
Yes, ALW will be live with with a floating cast of characters tomorrow.
No, not for Deadline. I won't be. I'm sorry.
Deadline.
I'll only be on for Ring of Honor.
Look,
someone else is gonna have to man the helm for Deadline.
I mean, might as well. Okay, I'll leave it on.
You're gonna do it?
I'm gonna watch this right here.
Oh, okay.
What?
A Christmas Story.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were gonna do the Deadline watch along, man the helm for the Deadline.
I mean, of course.
I've never seen A Christmas Story,
and I ain't about to do it now.
There's a new one on Netflix. There's a sequel where Ralphie's an adult.
You know what else is on Netflix? Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I watched all of it. I want to watch it again. There's also a new season of Too Hot to Handle. I'll rewatch The Mole. There's holiday cooking competitions. There's a lot of shit that I prefer to see than a sequel to A Christmas Story.
Well, you haven't even seen the first one, so it's
that's why I've seen a lot of shit before I see that. The whole movie is about what, a kid who wants a gun? Like, who does? Never mind. I forget the world is not Southern, so.
All right. So, does anyone do we want to do predictions for the show tomorrow?
When are we to get all these fucking matches?
Like, they just announced those. Like, honestly,
I don't know none of this shit.
We can go through them. I'm cool with that. There's also Deadline too.
Everything. No.
I want to know when the fuck they came up with this shit.
Right.
I'm down like a clown, Charlie Brown.
I guess before we do that, we should.
Magical notebook and was like,
What's your guys' match of the night for Rampage?
The first one, Takeshi versus Moxley, hands down.
Everyone got the same thing. Honestly,
I mean, all
like
due respect to Trent Seven and everything, I'm going Mox here.
I'm going with Mox and Takeshi just because of the fact that Takeshi technically won, because that was a 3. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Close second is Trent Seven and Orange Cassidy. I would actually like to see that ran back with more time and not on Rampage.
If I was a referee, I probably would have called the match when Mox was delivering those elbows to the back of Takeshi's head. I was just like, it's over, man. It's
Takeshi
over.
Was fighting out. Takeshi was fighting out.
He was fighting out, but it didn't work.
Was he really fighting? I thought he was just going down. He wasn't fighting. He was just going.
He was trying to stand. He was trying to.
It was a slow fall.
He fought back for a second, and then
it was a literal slow fall to the floor.
Elbows to the back of the head, headlock up, and back down. Over. That's how it went.
Oh my god.
So we're all going with Mox and Takeshita for match of the night. What about MVP and LVP?
Takeshita MVP. Penelope LVP. She was being weird tonight.
She's always weird. That's her character.
She was being extra weird. Like, you running up the ramp and you're doing the whole Rhea Ripley on the ref. Like, bro, I need you to calm it down. I need you to.
LVP is Takesha. I don't have an LVP.
Sammy, what you got?
My MVP is Takeshita. My LVP, I'm going to give it to Hangman Page's Fringe.
I like that. I like the way you think. I like the way you think.
Because ALW didn't notice until just tonight, and it's been there forever.
So my MVP is going to be Mox, because even though Takeshita had a really good match, Mox is the kind of guy that pulls a great match out of everybody. So He's going to be my MVP. My LVP, that's a good question. Tony Khan for booking fucking Lee Moriarty and Big Cass in the middle of that show with two nobodies. Booking a Dark Elevation match on Rampage. That's my LVP.
I mean, you could have got Bear Country. You could have got someone else a little higher up in the ring.
Oh, they're not Bear Country anymore. They're something else.
Yeah, they're not Bear Country anymore. Yeah, I forget what they're called now, but yeah, they're not Bear. But yes, you're right. They could have gotten anybody for them. Anybody that we've heard of. So, all right, Sam, you want to lead the charge on these picks? You want to shoot us through the matches if you got them
You
somewhere?
don't even have your freaking phone.
No, I wasn't looking them up.
So maybe we should just do our picks later.
Like, do it during the show? At the beginning of it? Yeah.
Okay, the top 3 matches is Claudio and Jericho, Athena versus Mercedes, and Willa Yuta versus Daniel Garcia. We can do
Is
those
that number
3
3?
now.
Is that number
What about
3?
Joe?
Oh, Joe. Okay.
We all
What about Dalton Castle?
What about Don Castle and the boys?
Dalton Castle and the boys was not on the OG announcement, and we already know who's going to win between Joe and Juice. You know that. Why waste your time?
Okay, and then them boys versus
FTR.
Those 4. We'll do those 4 matches.
Okay. An abbreviated. CM's not even in for that.
I'm just judging.
Sammy wants to do them all. CM don't want to do any. And Nico wants to do 4.
Okay, let's do our top 4. Let's do our top 4. Sammy over here is diabolical. He wants us to all freaking right.
He's really
He wants to give predictions for all 30 matches
You know
tomorrow.
what, Sammy? If we do the predictions for all of them, then you have to lead the Deadline live stream with limited breaks.
What do you mean?
What she said?
Breaks the entire pay-per-view.
Are you telling me I'd have to watch the pay-per-view by myself?
No. We come.
Oh, because I ain't doing that.
One of us will come in, maybe, possibly.
I have to work, so I'll see what I can do tomorrow. But yes.
All right. So if we're gonna do 4 matches, which one? How about Briscoes and FTR? Who y'all got in a double dog collar match?
Depends. Are the Briscoes
What belts are on the
with
These are the
AEW?
Ring of Honor tag team titles, right?
Yeah, it's just for Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Like, is there a plan here? Like,
The Briscoes are signed to ROH.
There's
I
still
would consider giving it to them boys.
Yeah, I mean, if FTR is going to lose, this is the match, I guess. I mean, if they're going to lose and they're going to lose any belts, it's probably these ones now, just because it's the Briscoes. But if we're going to move into an FTR,
it
ROH
depends if
show,
there's plans.
Huh?
Like, I don't know what Tony's cooking in the back with Warner. I don't know if he has plans for ROH showing up somewhere. Like, because if there's plans for ROH, giving it to them boys is a great idea. They can run with them. They can hold the fort down in ROH. Like, they've done it before. They can do it again.
Yeah, but if you're trying to cook up a TV deal for Ring of Honor, you're probably better off with FTR than the Briscoes. The Briscoes have a reputation of being kind of fringy, right? I mean, that's why they've been they've been their whole life.
Let's be real. Are they more fringy than someone who funded people to go to the insurrection? Who is the ROH champion right now?
Well, yeah, but he's not part of FTR. I'm talking about FTR, though.
But I'm speaking on the person that you're hinging your whole bet on getting a TV deal.
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, but here's the thing: is that like I don't think most wrestling fans really care about Chris Jericho's politics when it really boils down to it. And as a result, Jericho has a lot of fans, and he is still a draw. Whether you like it or not, whether we think it's right or not, it is the way it is. But
you think those same fans give a flip-flop and fuck about anything the Briscoes say if they can go out there and wrestle? This is wrestling fans. Vince McMahon said the N-word and motherfuckers thought that was cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bookers and owners of companies bringing in what they see as controversial talent. I don't think people think of Chris Jericho, even though his political beliefs outside of wrestling are what they are, as a controversial wrestler, other than being, whether you like him or you don't, as far as a wrestler. But the Briscoes. Go ahead.
With Jericho, he hasn't put himself into the fire as much, right? It's weird for me to say this, but I'm going to try to explain it a little bit more. Like, we know he might have ties to the insurrection, but he's not saying anything directly on Twitter like, F black people, F Jewish people, F gay people. He's not saying that direct. I could be wrong, but he's not saying that directly. So as long as he's not saying it directly, we can put the belt on him for now. We know he has ties, but you can't. But unless you have a paper trail to lead directly towards him,
there's a paper trail where he donated to the damn shit that got caught up in the tax stuff.
But like I said, he's not directly saying, "I don't like these people." So
I mean, there's a reason why Jericho has been the face of two major wrestling companies and the Briscoes have not, right? I mean, I don't totally know what it is. I don't totally know what it is, but there's a reason.
He had a whole Nazi in the video for his theme in his entrance music.
I get that. I understand.
Do I agree with what the Briscoes say? No. Do I agree with FTR and what they believe in a lot of instances? No. Do I think that they will be stupid to continue to put the titles on two men who are going to leave? Yes. If there's no other time than now to take the belts, where else does FTR go?
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I assume FTR is going to want to, they're going to want to be AEW champions here soon. I mean, that's our next.
But I also don't want FTR to lose back to back. I know the match on Wednesday it's not a direct loss, but it's still like, oh, you lost to the champs. Oh, you lost your belt. I don't think that's so good. Back to back is hard to come back. It's hard to come back.
And especially when you're hyped up as the best tag team in the world. I mean, right? Like, whether they are or they aren't, we can debate that, but that's how they're presented. That's how people talk about them. So if you're supposed to be that, then you shouldn't be losing back to back.
So wait, what if the Ass Boys? I don't know. Is there a way that they could cost FTR the belts?
I don't want them to, but yeah.
No,
I'm sure there's some way.
It's a double dog collar match. I don't think that there's DQs involved if somebody else gets involved.
So I think maybe the Ass Boys cost them the match because they have to feud at some point in time.
FTR and the Ass Boys?
Yes, and I don't want FTR to drop the ROH belts to them. I don't know.
No, I mean, if you're going to put the belts on anybody, it's got to be the Briscoes at this point, I would imagine, for ROH. I mean, they're synonymous with ROH, who the best tag team in ROH, as far as ROH tag teams. So, I mean, I don't see them putting it on the Ass Boys.
What's the record? Like, against FTR versus them boys, who has the most wins?
That's a really good question.
Are they tied now?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you exactly how many matches they've had, honestly.
I feel like at one point they were tied, and they are either still tied, or FTR has like one more win.
I'm reading the ticker on the bottom of our screen, and I'm looking at a fucking typo. It's driving me nuts.
Oh yeah, it's been there. I just let that go.
Don't nobody try to change it or nothing.
I don't know how to.
If it's a tie, it's hard to say. I'm going to say FTR wins. They can't do back-to-back losses. FTR wins.
Yeah, I think FTR wins too.
So this would be their third match, and FTR won both previous.
Ooh. Never mind.
Yeah, it's definitely going to the Briscoes, man.
Yeah. Briscoes.
I'm still gonna go FTR, but yeah.
FTR beating the Briscoes 3 times in a row. All right. See it.
I just think that whether we see it, I think Tony probably thinks FTR with the belts is better selling point than the Briscoe with the belts if you're trying to push an ROH show. That's just my feeling.
Yeah. That's just because we see FTR more than we see them boys. That's basically what it is.
Sure. And FTR is, widely considered one of the, if not the best tag team in the world. Now, the Briscoes should be right there. I mean, the Briscoes are equally as good, in my opinion, but they're not talked about in the same way. So, I don't know. Jericho and Claudio.
I want Claudio.
Well, you knew that.
No,
you want Jericho to just go away and die. So, I mean...
Not until I go on the cruise, because like there's a lot of good things on the cruise, but I don't want to pay for the cruise, so I got to figure out how I'm going to get somebody to pay for me to go on the cruise. I'm
down for Claudio.
It's got to be Claudio. If he goes back to being a sports entertainer, what was the reason?
I kind of want to see it though, just a little bit.
It would be the nail in the coffin for Blackpool Combat Club, and they're just barely hanging on.
I think that's probably true.
No in the coffin for fucking Claudio.
Yeah,
you can't be a club with just 2 people.
Because JAS is just as dead.
This feels like one of those things where I could see Tony doing something stupid like making Claudio join the JAS. I don't want to see that happen, but I just have a feeling that Tony's going to do something.
If Claudio has to join the JS, I don't know if I can watch anything that has Claudio on it.
So for the sake of a prediction, I'm going to take Jericho, but I really don't want to. I want Claudio to win, but I'm going to pick Jericho.
Agreed.
All right. What other matches? Athena and Mercedes Martinez? Who you got, Anika?
This sucks. Ring of Honor needs to be on TV more, because right now all of my predictions are straight up because they're more on TV. Like, we haven't seen Mercedes in a minute, and it would have been really nice if she had a match on Dynamite, but we'll digress. So because she's on TV more, Athena.
Yeah, I think it's Athena. They're pushing her hard right now. I mean, she's getting a big push, and they're not ready to give her they're not going to let her beat Jade, obviously, and they're not going to have her. They're not going to have her with the AEW title right now. So the Ring of Honor title is the right thing to do at the moment for her. I feel bad for Mercedes because I like Mercedes, and I don't necessarily want to see her lose it, but I just don't see how Athena doesn't win.
She's so dope, but they haven't put her on TV.
Yeah. There's nothing here that makes me think Mercedes is going to win.
I'm going Mercedes. Just because I don't think they're going to put Minerva on ROH TV. They need her for the AEW Women's Division.
Yeah, no, you can't argue with that for sure.
That's the
they like. Well, you know what? Like, Samoa Joe is I don't see Samoa Joe losing, but he has the TNT and the ROH title. They could do that with Athena as well. Like, not her have both titles, but have her be on AEW.
Does she have the personality to pull that off?
Huh?
Does she have the personality to pull that off? Like, Joe has charisma to pull that off. She don't.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see.
Sammy, who you got?
Athena.
I'm all by myself.
And what is the 4th match? We had 4. What was the other one that we talked about? Give me a prediction for.
We did FTR.
Not Joe.
We did
not Joe.
Not Joe.
No, we know Joe's winning. Hold up. FTR, Jericho,
them boys.
Oh, Yuta versus Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But that's for the pure title, right?
Yeah.
It honestly could go either way.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Interesting.
I can see that.
They haven't done one of those. in a while. ROH is kind of notorious for doing them.
Like, where like two refs are in the ring and they both count to three, but they each count to three for a different guy.
Well, you also know, like, they have a time limit on the match, so it's not a good
could just be a time limit draw.
Could be a draw. But I also think this pay-per-view is the beginning of the official end for JAS, and I think that Daniel Garcia not having a definitive end or having a definitive loss will get him kicked out of Jericho Appreciation Society, and God knows we can find the end.
This thing should be the end of JS versus BCC. Period. Like, this should be the end.
Well, Moxley all but said that, right? In his promo, he was like, "This is going to be over one way or the other, right?" Like,
it's gotta be.
Yeah. Geez, this is tough. I feel like part of me feels like Wheeler Yuta needs the title a little bit more because Daniel Garcia is a little bit more over. And at the same time, like, I think Garcia's maybe a little bit better wrestler. And if you want someone representing the pure title when you're getting the show, Garcia seems like a really good person to have that title on. Plus, he's a good heel. Wheeler Yuta doesn't have a lot of personality. He's not bad. He just doesn't have a whole lot.
Okay.
I don't know.
I figured
I'm going
it
with
out.
Daniel Garcia.
I figured it out. Claudio loses, is forced to join the Jericho Appreciation Society. Mox is like, oh, hell no. Beats Jericho for the title, and then makes the deal, if you want the title back, if I beat you, you give me Claudio back.
Custody of Claudio?
Custody, Jericho Mox for custody of Claudio?
I like that story.
I don't know. I guess if they do it okay
Jericho
and they...
Wait. I was looking at it again. They only did it. That's weird. They only went face each other twice. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so because now my mind has shifted. Like, okay, ROH should be the end of BCC versus Josh, right? So.
I love it. That's hysterical.
My mom was gonna say no, this Josh. Okay.
You're not wrong.
So almost as bad as the poor J thing.
just the caption of Joss with Hager in the purple hat.
You gotta have somebody do a spirit fingers behind your kid.
Stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No, finish that thought, Miss Anika.
Okay, so if we're putting it in that perspective, I want it to be a clean sweep. I want BCC to win all the gold back. Like clean sweep. Let Yuta beat Garcia. Let Claudio beat Jericho. And just let's be done with it. Let's be done with it, period.
So what if Jericho loses to Claudio and he's like, Daniel, like, I trust in you. If you are really JAS, you gotta go out there and you gotta do whatever it is that you have to do to keep this belt. He loses, Jericho snaps, or he sends Slimy out there to beat him up. And then afterwards, that's how we kind of get Yuta Garcia kind of being their own dysfunctional type situation. I would like to see that.
We're doing a whole lot of storylines that I feel it should be on the show. But they might not be.
I love how we're planning this out so thoughtfully.
How far has Tony thought of this? How far ahead has Tony thought of this besides after this, I'm done with ROH for a minute. Cause I feel like that's what Tony's mindset is. After this, I'm done with ROH. We're gonna put it to the side for like a second, and then we'll come back to it when I get a record deal, a TV
We're
deal.
probably giving it more thought than Tony's giving it.
I do.
I hope we're
I'm
wrong.
not saying.
I hope I'm wrong too.
I'm not saying ROH is over, but I do think after this, he's not gonna focus on it until he gets the TV
Well, that's what he
deal.
said.
But what I'm saying is like we won't see the Ring of Honor people on AEW for like a second because the Kingdom people. I'm like, what happened to them? Maria Kanellis team. I'm like, what? Like they just hit it twice and that was it. I was like,
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I assume that we'll get an ROH show soon.
Moving on. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Moving on. Don't think about it. We all heard it. Just move on.
I am quite bummed out about the fact that they had Stu Grayson come in for a backstage appearance and hasn't been back since.
Move on. I'll move on for you. So yeah. So until he gets a TV deal, I think some of these definitely not a whole lot of people will be on AEW. We won't get a whole lot of returns, and it's going to be a minute. So with that in mind, with that in mind, choose the titles.
He said that they're not gonna focus on ROH as much going forward.
I mean, it makes sense.
So with that in mind, yeah, get new champs, and then we'll revisit it. So yeah, let Claudio win, let Yuta win.
And I think having Claudio and Yuta win actually kind of works for the BCC because then you have BCC and they have the ability on ROH and AEW, and that could work out very well for everyone involved. Help make some future stars. Moxley come over there, bleed a little bit. That's a good draw. Yeah. Anybody else got anything else?
Keep talking. I now love the idea of the BCC making ROH their wrestling training camp. Like we're the top guys. If you want to make it in ROH, you had to go through us.
And it works out very good for Mox and for Danielson.
Yeah. But the other story of what I was saying was if Claudio loses and has to join the JAS, that Mox would then take the title off Jericho and then win Claudio back, having to defeat Jericho twice to do so. But that would make the story last until probably Revolution.
And we need this to end.
On my screen. I can't.
Yeah, it needs to be over now.
This needs to be
bad weaves.
I love the idea, Sammy.
The story to revisit would be Jericho and Mox there, which of all the matches possible, that's one of the better ones they could do.
I want to see Yuta and Garcia more. Mainly because they are so ridiculously talented and so underutilized. And I think that is a feud that you can build ROH on and expand within ROH. I think if you put Claudio in JAS and another faction that is already dying on AEW and is not going to ROH, it's not going to work. And it's going to be the death of Claudio's career versus letting him win, letting BCC run ROH. You now have your stars on a show. You can always come back to the Chris Jericho thing if you need to. And Chris Jericho is about to be on tour and on the cruise. I don't see it. If it's not Claudio, then who? Because Adam Cole is still hurt. Mm-hmm. So who else could it be?
Joe.
Who?
Joe.
Joe, the bad guy now.
So you want Joe to have 3 belts?
Yeah. I want Joe to have every belt.
I love Samoa Joe. There's no way he can have. Let me phrase it.
I'm not opposed to that, but
it does not make sense to have Samoa Joe have 3 belts.
And I'm also down for him trying to take on FTR 1v2 for the ROH tag titles.
Yo should just have every ROH championship. He should
At least shoot a shot. He doesn't have to beat FTR, but at least shoot his shot.
He should beat the tag champions alone. He should just be alone in the tag champions.
Be the king of ROH.
So
should have
anybody
every
else
ROH
anything
belt.
realistic over here? Sammy about to have the man be everything for ROH. Is he how he gonna take the women's belts? And you know what? I'm not touching that. Never.
Intergender matches happen all the time.
So moving on. Tomorrow,
You know him and Mercedes could throw down.
Tomorrow we are definitely watching ROH Final Battle. That is definitely a watch along that is going to be happening. The AEW pre-0 hour. We not live watching that, but
that's a lot.
Yeah. But
we will start at 0 hour.
Yes, 0 hour. AEW will be here. Others of us will trickle in. We'll see how that goes.
2 p.m. Right?
Well, it's noon.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. Yep.
Okay,
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at least those two will be here. Me and baby Mariah Carey, if I can get her off the ceiling from the brownies that we're gonna eat, will be here too. Yeah. So we also have the Cookout podcast on Tuesdays at 10:30. If you like the off the rail things that happen here, we will be here again at 10:30 on Tuesday, being off the rails as usual. We are also having a live watch along, which you are watching currently, for Rampage. Come every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and we can watch Rampage on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We will be dropping another Under the Radar. Just make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That's the best way to find us. Also, follow us on Twitter. Join our Facebook group. Be aware of all the things that we have going on that may or may not be wrestling related.
Should have more Horsey awards to give out.
We do.
We'll have more
we do.
We do.
We do.
And
we need to figure out which ones, but we do have more.
We'll have to see you next Tuesday for that one.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.